What's going on, guys? If you're a veteran or soon to be a veteran and you live in Texas, or it's on your short list of places to relocate to, you need to know and understand the benefits that are afforded to you here in the Lone Star State. Some of these benefits can save you thousands of dollars and make it possible for you to buy a home sooner rather than later. And some of these benefits are for you as well, active duty members who are PCSing here to the Lone Star State. We're going to talk about these benefits and more, and we're getting into it right now. What's up, friends? My name is Jonathan Welch, and on this channel I talk about everything that you want to know about living in San Antonio in the entire metro area. I'm also a licensed realtor here in San Antonio, which means not only do I enjoy making videos, but I would love even more to help you with all of your real estate needs. So give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a free Zoom consultation with me down in the description. I would love to help you and your family make a smooth move here to San Antonio. All right, guys, we're going to cover 5 benefits that are afforded to veterans in Texas. I'm just going to hit the highlights. You could go so deep into each one of these benefits, but we would be here all day, and I want to make this kind of quick for you. So I'm just going to hit the highlights. I am going to leave the websites down on the screen so you can write them down if you want to research them further. But I just felt like these 5 are super important, and I want to cover them real quick. The first one is the VA home loan benefit, and I know you've heard of this before. A lot of you have. It's not unique to Texas. It's a federal benefit for all veterans, even active duty members. But it's important that we cover it first because out of the 23 million service members who have worn the uniform of this country or do wear it currently, 85% do not utilize the VA home loan benefit. And that's super sad to me because this is a powerful, powerful benefit that is a game changer for your family and for you if you're wanting to own a home. Probably one of the most underappreciated aspects of the VA home loan benefit is that there is no down payment requirement. That's such a big deal, guys, because when you are applying for a home loan, there's usually 2 types that you're gonna use. There's gonna be a conventional loan or an FHA loan. Conventional loans require a 20% down payment. 20%. If you can't put 20% down, lenders will let you put as little as 3% down, but then you have to pay what's called private mortgage insurance. That can range anywhere from 0.3 to 1.5% that you're paying on top of your regular insurance. Okay, that could be a couple $100 added to your mortgage every month. That's the difference between whether you buy this nice house over here or you can only afford this house over there, or you might not be able to afford a house at this time at all because of that PMI. If you decide to use an FHA loan, they only require a 3.5% down payment, which is still a lot, but for the life of that loan, you're still paying insurance called MIP, which is essentially the same thing as private mortgage insurance. It's just for the FHA loan, but you're paying that for the life of the loan. That is a ton. That's a lot of money, guys. With the VA home loan benefit, no down payment, and that's a really big deal. Now there is a VA funding fee that has to be paid each time you use, the VA loan. It could be about $10,000, all right, that funding fee, but that can be financed into the loan. It's not something that you necessarily have to come out of pocket for. You can, if you have that money, you can pay that funding fee up front and not have to worry about it, but it is a charge that can be financed into the loan. And the reason why they charge that funding fee is to fund future use of the loan for other veterans. It goes right back into the program. Now, eligible service members can qualify and use the VA home loan benefit with a credit score as little as 580, and there's no loan limits. Now, depending on what lender you use, they might have loan limits. Obviously, they're not going to let you borrow $1 million, if you're making $60,000 a year. but the VA does not put a loan limit on on using that benefit. Now, another benefit that we're going to talk about here in a minute, it does have loan limits on there, but with the VA home loan benefit, no loan limits, which is awesome. Now, there is a whole lot more we could go into when it comes to the VA home loan benefit. I would love to speak to you more about it if that's something you're interested in, if you're moving here to San Antonio. I am a certified military relocation professional. I love working with veterans, helping them own a piece of the fabric of the country that they help defend. So please hit me up if that's something that you would like to know more about. Now, the next benefit I want to talk about is the Texas Veteran Land Board. Guys, this one is awesome. This one's a really good one. I'm even looking into this right now. The Texas Veteran Land Board is one of a kind, only in Texas. Okay, it allows veterans, active duty members, even surviving spouses to purchase land, at least 1 acre of land. They give loans up to $150,000 with only 5% as a down payment, $7,500 if you borrow the entire $150,000, 5% down, and terms all the way up to 30-year terms. This is huge. Not only does the Veteran Land Board give land loans, but they also provide home loans. They also provide home improvement loans, and you can use all three of these loans simultaneously. It's not like you can get the land loan, but then you can't get a loan for your home. You can also use these loans in conjunction with other loans. So say, for instance, you get a loan for land, you find 2 acres of land, you want to use a loan from the Texas Veteran Land Board, you can do that. Then you can turn around and use the VA home loan benefit to build a house on that land. Or you can get the land loan, and then you can also get a home loan through the Veteran Land Board. Then you can also get the home improvement loan to do repairs or whatever on that residence on the property. It is an amazing benefit. They have very competitive interest rates. A loan through the Texas Veteran Land Board is even less than the VA loan. Okay, right now I think it's at 3.8% for a home loan. With the VA loan right now, it's like at 4.5%, I think, at the time of this recording. So it's a lot less by using the Texas Veteran Land Board loan. Amazing benefit, guys. If you meet the qualifications, also if you are a disabled vet, you get a discount on your interest rate even further. Okay, you would have to, again, I'll leave the description down below so you can check out the website or give them a call. There are going to be some specifications, some qualifications that you have to meet, eligibility rules, but it's a very easy loan to apply for. It only takes a few minutes to get pre-approved. Right now, my wife and I are looking at some land that we want to purchase up north of San Antonio a little bit, that we can just buy and hold and later build another home on. So this is something that is incredible and unique to Texas. And if you're moving here or you live here, active duty, a veteran, about to be a veteran, you need to check it out. Okay, the next benefit I want to touch on real quick is the disabled veteran property tax exemption. This is another sweet benefit. It depends on the rating of your service-connected disability, but it could range anywhere from $5,000 up to $12,000 off of your property taxes. If you're 100% disabled, then you can get a 100% exemption on your property taxes. You pay no property taxes in the state of Texas if you're 100%. If you're anywhere from 10 to 99, I guess, 10 to 100, then you can get anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000 off. And that is on top of your $25,000 homestead exemption that you qualify for here in the state of Texas. It's something that you do have to qualify for. You're going to have to show proof of disability. Just like with everything else, when you're trying to use a benefit with the VA, you're going to have to print out, all of your information from e-benefits and have that ready so you can provide it to the state. It's a very easy application process, and it's something that is afforded to you as a disabled veteran. It can really save you a ton of money each year. If you're 65 years of age or older and you're a disabled vet with at least 10% service-connected disability, you can qualify for the entire $12,000 property tax exemption. For everyone else who's under 65, than it is going to be based off of what your rating is. Okay, the next benefit I want to talk about is the Veteran Entrepreneur Program. This is an amazing program. It was established back in 2013, and it provides vet entrepreneurs and small businesses all the tools needed to start and grow their small business. Services are available to family members, veterans, of course, and surviving spouses. And they provide a lot of services: business planning, financing your business, market strategies, market research. They provide counseling, mentorship, and tons of free training. If you are a veteran living in Texas and you're thinking about starting a small business, or you have a small business that you're trying to grow, if you're not connected to the Veteran Entrepreneurship Program, I don't even know what you're doing, because it's just such an amazing benefit. It's free, and it helps launch your small business in a big way. They also provide government contracts for veteran small businesses. So you definitely have to check that one out. All right, the last benefit I want to talk about is the Hazelwood Act. It's also unique to Texas. It's an education benefit that provides 150 hours of tuition exemption to any public university or college in the state of Texas. 150 hours. That is your bachelor's degree, guys. The only eligibility requirements are: you had to have designated Texas as your home of record when you joined the military. You have to be a resident of Texas when you joined the military, or you entered service in Texas. What does enter service in Texas mean? Well, an example: when I first joined the military, I joined from another state because I was living in that state at the time. But I actually, before I went to boot camp, I came to Texas and I shipped out from boot camp. So I joined the service from Texas, although I was still technically a resident of another state. So I qualified for the Hazelwood benefit. While I was in the military, I ended up getting my bachelor's degree using a combination of tuition assistance and the GI Bill. Now, so I've got my bachelor's degree, and I never tapped into the Hazelwood Act. So I've got 150 hours that I can either still use to get a master's degree, or I can pass that benefit down to my children, which is what I plan to do. That's another amazing aspect of the Hazelwood Act, is that you can pass it down to a dependent child. And so if you are a veteran who joined from Texas, or Texas is your home of record, that's just another benefit that we in Texas afford to you. I shouldn't say we, that Texas affords to us, military veterans. All right, guys, I know this was quick, but if you want to know more, you have to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or book a free Zoom consultation with me below. I would love to help you out and give you more information on these benefits here in Texas. Just this week, I met with a buyer from New York who is moving here with his family. He's a newly commissioned second lieutenant in the Army, and he doesn't know anything about these benefits. And some of the information that he had about the VA home loan benefit was incorrect, and he wasn't sure about it. And I was able to kind of educate him on some of that. And now we're going to move forward with finding him the house that he deserves. And I'm really looking forward to that. I would love to do the same for you. So go ahead and hit me up. You know, if for whatever reason you find another agent that you want to work with, you need to make sure that they understand the VA home loan benefit, the loans through the Texas Veteran Land Board, these education benefits, because these are benefits that you deserve, benefits that you earned. Okay? All right, guys. I hope to catch you guys on the next one.